Well, friends, there's a study out that says USDA could save $2.5 billion if the FSA offices handled all the crop insurance and took it away from private companies. You don't think that started some talk? We're going to talk about that on the Steckline Report in just a minute.
My grandfather came across the plains from Missouri in the 1860s and ran a hotel and stage stop here with livery stable, and it's been in the family ever since. We run probably about 100 cows here and 250 over at the other ranch. I'm sure there are other banks we could have dealt with, but they've been so friendly and know what the ups and downs are in the business. American Ag Credit is like a family for us for financial help.
Well, folks, a interesting study released just a week or two ago by the National Association of FSA County Offices contends that the government could save up to $2.5 billion by taking the crop insurance program out of the hands of the current insurance companies and putting it into the government's FSA offices' hands. Wouldn't that be a fiasco? Ha! I got to tell you, friends, I'm one of the farmers that would not go for that in a heartbeat, nor are very many other people, quite honestly. Crop insurance industry groups across the country definitely are against it. Well, they should be. They're looking out for themselves. But we've got people on the Hill and a lot of FSA office personnel that are tromping the halls of Congress, pushing hard to get this done. And I'm not sure I understand why, except maybe their workload is going to go downhill. Quite honestly, if you want my own personal opinion as a farmer, not as a broadcaster, but as a farmer, because I go to that FSA office continually. If they can't put together a better farm bill this year than I think they're going to get done, I'd be better off, and I think most of you farmers would be too, with no farm bill, shut the offices and save a whole lot more than $2.5 billion. Now take that idea home and put it in your pipe. Never happen. Just a pipe dream. That's all I've got there, but let's talk some common sense here for just a moment. You know, we need to get more things out of government control into the hands of Americans who know what to do with it than to putting it back into government control. So right off the bat, I'm totally against this issue, and I haven't even studied it. And I doubt very seriously if that figure of $2.5 billion would even be close to being right. They don't take everything into consideration when they do these kinds of studies for a specific purpose. Hey, ag exports. If we didn't have agricultural exports in America, this company would be bankrupt. We set a record in 2010, we being agriculture. $136.3 billion of farm goods went overseas. That's $20.5 billion more than 2010. So, beef exports last year, all-time high, $5.4 billion worth of beef, surpassing the previous record by $1.6 billion. Grains were the biggest contributor to the overall record. $9.2 billion more than 2010, that in 2011. And I could go on and on. There's more pretty good news too, because they being the folks at USDA and around the country who are wondering about 2012, they all kind of think maybe we'll even climb from here. Why? Because of the cheaper dollar, and I can understand that. That makes our products quite reasonable for the folks across the water. Oh, dairy export tonnages was a record for last year too. U.S. dairy exports were up 30%, $4.8 billion. Hey, Brazil, we've been telling you they've had some problems raising corn and soybeans. Brazil's ag ministry estimates now that their soybean crop will come in below 70 million metric tons. Now, the folks at USDA in Washington don't believe that yet. They don't have that cranked into their figures because you know they know more in Washington about Brazil's crop than Brazil does. They have a hard time telling about ours, don't they? Boy, and we've got a lot of rumblings going on about how far off these production crop reports are from USDA right here in the United States. Hey, we'll probably talk about that and other things coming up on the next Steckline Report. See you then.